Hey everybody, I know most of you know me, some of you don't, and if you don't, my name's Matt Harmon. And I have a huge announcement to make. I'm running for Congress. Now, I know politics may be boring to some of you, but for me, it's always been a huge passion of mine. Now, I know 2020 was a really hard year for a lot of us, including me and my family. If you've been affected in any way, I just want you to know that my condolences go out to you if I haven't reached out to you already, and all of my love goes out to you. Now, I decided to run for Congress because politics has become so just out of this world and insane. I wanted to bring some normalcy to the Capitol, and I really believe that I can do that. When the pandemic hit, I was working at Fathead serving. Great company, great food, and because of the mandate from Governor DeWine, we were all laid off. During that time, it was really hard, but we had our faith and we pulled ourselves through it. And I know most of you probably did the same thing, and I know some of you are still struggling. And I decided to just take a go at it because why not? Why not? It's something that I've always been passionate about, and I know some people might not understand that because, you know, some people might be passionate about teaching. Shout out to my teacher friends, I love all of you. Passionate about music, passionate about art. No matter what you're passionate about, you should always go for it. And, you know, amongst talking with family and friends, I decided it was gonna happen and that I was actually gonna do it. I've been working for the past couple months on some big projects that go along with my campaign, and which we will get to those. And first, I also want to let everybody know, some of you may agree with everything that I do and that I say and that I have a stance on, and some of you may not, and I want you to know that that's okay. I've been telling people that I've been handing cards out to and been promoting my campaign with, that I want you to vote for me because you believe in me and what I stand for. I don't just want you to vote for me because we're friends or you think I'm funny or I made you laugh once in high school. I want you to vote for me because of the issues that I believe in, the values that I hold, and because they're similar to the ones that you hold. Now don't clock me for this video because it's totally unscripted. I didn't write a script, so there might be some bumps in the road, but that's okay. That's life. That's what this whole thing is all about. And normalcy, and you'll hear me say that a lot because Congress and Washington, as we all know, has been literally a hurricane. It's been a hurricane. I'm not going to go into detail because I think you all know why it's been a hurricane, but I think more people like you and me need to make a difference. And way back when, you know, when I was first getting into politics, somebody told me that if you want to change, you either vote or you run for office. And some of you might be asking, well, why not start out at a lower level? Why not start out at the state level? I have a huge respect for everybody at the local and state level. But for me, I'm shooting for the stars. This is my #1 campaign supporter. He's actually my campaign manager. I have some talking points that I wanted to go over because this whole process is to be more relatable to you, to people that are just like me and that are just like you. And I really deep down in my heart feel that people have been pushed so far away from politics because they don't have somebody there that understands them and that understands what they want and what they need. I've lived in Canton my entire adult life, and I know this community. I know the people here. I know what we stand for, and I think it's important to have representation that is actual representation. Somebody representing a group of people and a community that you know very well. Now, typically, I would say, hi, my name is Matt Harmon. I'm running for U.S. Representative to X district. Well, we just had the census in 2020, and for those of you that don't know, the census is basically just head counts and getting information on population. And when they do that, that's how the congressional maps are written up. So currently, as of right now, most of us, well, myself anyways, and some of you live in Ohio's congressional district number 7.
The map on the left was drawn up in 2010 by Republicans to keep control of the state legislature in Ohio. The new law, however, limits how and how many times they can split up the counties. So hopefully by 2022, the map will be a lot more fair to both parties and in turn, making a more comprehensive landscape.
I think that because of COVID, it's really important to run a different type of campaign. This is going to be a digital grassroots campaign, something that is new to a lot of people. We're going to try to meet somewhere in the middle so that I can reach as many people as possible. And I want all of you to be able to reach me too. So with that being said, I want to get to know everybody. I want everybody to ask questions. I want to be a representative that comes back home from Washington and calls people, writes to people, answers letters, answers DMs, answers any questions that you might have, and with the most transparency as possible. And that's another thing this campaign's going to be, and that's going to be transparent. Now, when I first initially was going to make this video, I was going to let you know who I'm running against and who the opponent was. At this point, I don't know that. We'll get to that in another video. But a question I want you to think about when you think of a representative, and this goes for everybody old and young. When was the last time that you had your representative come directly to you and say, what can I do for you? How can I make your community better, our community better? Most of you will answer never. Well, that's what I want to change. When I come home from Washington, anytime we're in recess, I will be home, I will be accessible, I will be here for you. The slogan of my campaign is giving Congress back to you. Now, I know so many politicians have said, I'm going to work for you and work for the people, and those have been false promises, but actions speak louder than words. And I want to show you through action that I'm going to be the best representative for you in Congress. Now, I want to talk about a couple things that I'm starting, which I'm super, super excited about and I'm super proud of. And I think both of those things can go far beyond my campaign. So I've been working with a really good friend of mine named Jen, and we're starting an initiative called Beautiful Black Voices. That's something that I'm so excited about, because I think that, the Republican agenda of suppressing the black vote and suppressing the urban vote, making it nearly impossible for you to vote. And if you do get to a poll, you wait 6 hours in line, which is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So it's in the beginning stages, and some of you might say, well, what do you know about the black community? And the reason that I'm starting this is because I want to educate myself from you, and I want to educate you on the importance of the Black community using their voice in a way that maybe nobody told them that they could. You can use your voice to make a change. And I truly believe that's something that will go beyond this campaign, and it's something that I want to use to empower the POC community, the Black community, and the urban communities that are lost, and that people have just turned their back to. I can promise you that I'm not going to do that. And I just want right now, in all seriousness, that if any of you want to sign up and help me with this, help educate me, be a part of this, please feel free to reach out to me. The second thing that I'm doing that I really think is part of the slogan of this campaign is truly giving Congress back to you. Now, I think a lot of people down in Washington probably aren't going to like this too much, because essentially, when you get there, you're told how to vote. Not me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start another initiative called the Constituents Call. Something that I'm sure Democrats and Republicans alike aren't going to like. And for the record, I'm running as a Democrat. But I work for you. I don't work for the party. I work for you. So, and again, these are in beginning stages, but I think it's important for you to know. So essentially what's going to happen is going to be like maybe like an email list, but a little more sophisticated. So if elected, when elected, a bill comes before me on the House floor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately read over the bill, formulate, of course, my own opinion, and send it out to anybody that wants to be enrolled in the Constituents Call. And then from there, you'll have the entire bill, the entire information. I'll break it down into maybe some layman's terms. You'll have an allotted amount of time to send your yay or your nay back, and I will vote based on what the people that I represent said, whether they said yay or whether they said nay. Now, the only exception to that is if, the bill had to do with a matter of national security or, some gigantic federal funding, but essentially any bill that would directly impact the community and the constituents that I represent, you'll have a say. I think it's great, and I'm really, really, really excited for this journey, but I want you to come on this journey with me. The purpose of this video wasn't to convince you to vote for me, and the reason I'm starting early is because I'm new at this, and that's okay because we learn as we go. And I'm not afraid of a challenge, and I want that education, I want that knowledge, I want to gain it, I want to hear from you, I want to hear what you want in a representative, and I want my voice to be heard just as much as I want your voice to be heard. So when I'm elected, I'm going to give Congress back to you. Now, my website's going to be up pretty soon. A really good family friend's working on it for me, and I'm really, really excited about it. It's going to be awesome. It'll have everything that I stand for as far as issues. It'll have links to all kinds of information, and when that's up and available, I will make another video or announcement and provide that for you. If you'd like to donate to the campaign, you can do one of two ways. You can go to paypal.me/Harmon for Congress, or you can get in contact with me directly and we can work something out if you don't have a PayPal. This isn't going to be a huge billion-dollar campaign. This is going to be a grassroots, coming from the people campaign, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. I'm really excited to get started and get it off the ground. That's why I wanted to make this announcement and let everybody know that I'm running for Congress. So feel free to call me, message me, email me, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @Harmon4Congress, and help me spread the word. Let's get started early. As soon as we find out who the competition is, let's go get them and win. I want to win for you. I want to win for Canton. I want to win for Stark County. I want to win for the community that is within me and is within you. And I want to win for the state of Ohio. We need more progressive representation. There's just not enough. There's too many people that are out of touch with the needs and the wants of the people, the majority of the people in this state. And it's gonna be a roller coaster, but it's gonna be amazing. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out and ask and talk to me. And I'm gonna start making these videos to kind of interact a little bit more. If you have any questions or comments about wanting to know me, you can always comment, always ask, and I'll always answer. I love you. I love all of you, and spread the love. Be safe. And with that, I'm out. If you have any questions, get in contact with me. And I'm so excited to get started. Thank you for watching.